welcome back to the New Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today we got some things we need to talk about. But before we get started, if you could for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. And I've been away for a little bit, as y'all see, but I'm your boy alive and healthy. I'm back, so we got a lot of things to talk about. I just took some time off too, man, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. This joint was kicking my butt. I ain't gonna cap between work and then everything else. It get to be a lot because you got to edit the video. It's not so much me like recording the video. It's just when I gotta edit the video, it take more time. So, but it is what it is. We back. So let's get into what we need to talk about, man. Also, jersey giveaway. Shout out to Doomsday. He got his jersey over the weekend or this past week. I got his picture, so I'm gonna throw it up here in one of these corners. But shout out to Doomsday. We're trying to get him on the show too as well. If I'm not mistaken, played in the MLB for a little bit, so we wanted to get him on here. Hear what he, hear his story. So we all got a story, so it's good to tell it. And you never know how it can affect somebody else, and maybe somebody is trying to get to that next level, and maybe you can say something that get you to that level. You never know, man. Information is key. So, but back to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Let's talk about what's been going on. So first and foremost, I'm gonna just start out with the biggest news today, and that's Saquon Barkley. Oh. Also, please, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. But if you're subscribed to the channel, man, I'm also giving away another jersey. I didn't get a chance to since I've been away. I still have to give away another jersey, so I'm gonna spin the wheel. Probably tomorrow, Wednesday. Even if I don't make a regular video, I'll get on here at least tell you who the winner is, reach out to you, and hopefully get that to you like I did my man Doomsday, and shout out to Christian as well, man. So, but let's get back into it, man. So Saquon Barkley, highest paid running back in the NFL, crazy. So let me pull my notes up here. I do apologize. I'm all over the place, but Saquon signs a new extension worth 41.2 million that will run through the 2028 season, becoming the highest paid running back in NFL history. He's making 20 mil plus per year, and he had 36 million guaranteed with the ability to earn 15 million in incentives, which he probably might hit because running behind this offensive line with the Philadelphia Eagles and having the talent that Saquon has, you seen he pretty much ran us to the Super Bowl. So, um, love seeing this move. But I don't know now. So I haven't seen myself. I don't have all the details, but I did see on what is this, NBC Sports Philadelphia. They had an article talking about Saquon's cap hit before this extension. So in 2025, they have it at 7.36 mil with a base salary of 1.17. So now with the contract extension, and then also they released Darius Slay and James Bradberry. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that. But with those three moves, they were able to create 10 million in cap space. So with all that being said, is this us trying to make a move for Miles Garrett? You still got to sign Zack Baun, Milton Williams. Do you let him go? Do you keep him? I think I seen. Was it Thomas Mott? I want to say it was Thomas Mott, who's a fellow Philadelphia Eagle content creator here on YouTube. He talked about, or they had his tweet or something like that. Somebody had posted on the Philadelphia fan page, but I know it's his page. I know it's him saying it though. That the Eagles might be out on Miles Garrett, but then they also wanted to retain either Josh Sweat or Milton Williams. So either one of those guys, man, I would like to keep. Um, I'd rather keep Milton Williams. I feel like he's more of a. I know you could probably get a DT out of the draft, and I didn't get a chance to like really get into that. I know I seen the combine and the numbers, but I really like to wait honestly to after all this happens because with free agency, you got to think you might go draft a player that they might that we already already put in our mock draft for the first round, but then they also could use that pick. And I was thinking about this with the Miles Garrett trade because you got to think the Browns. I seen something also with Deshaun Watson that this might be that might have been his last season playing for the Browns. So, I mean, he go for life with the guaranteed money, but they need to find a quarterback. They need draft picks. So maybe Howie talks about, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I said give up the first round pick for this year's draft because it's basically a second round. You got the first, you honestly got the first pick of the second round, so it's like, and then you already got a second round pick as well. So maybe he uses that in the trade, or maybe he moves up in the draft. Maybe he sees something that he likes. I will have some content on the draft as well. Maybe me and Mr. Reggie talk about some things. I know he likes to watch film and stuff like that too. So be on the lookout for that as well. But back to what I was saying before, Darius Slay and James Bradberry both were released. I'm kind of seeing the James Bradberry thing coming because he really didn't play all season. But shout out to James Bradberry, man. You know he took a lot of licking. I know we pause. Whoa, pause. He took he took a lot. He took a lot of disrespect, whatever you want to call it. And I know I done said some things on here, but happy still have him. I know he did some things for the players that they talked about, being a mentor, keeping Quinton out of trouble at that parade. So, it's always good to see. But during that Super Bowl run, he did play well. I don't know what happened. Age is a mofo. So, and that's the same thing with Darius Slay. Writing was kind of on the wall, and I had said before this season even had started, I had already had said about I feel like this might sound crazy and I do apologize. But I had already said about Darius Slay maybe being traded or whatever the case may be because he was getting up there in age. And then they went out there and they drafted Quinyon Mitchell and they ended up going to go get Cooper DeJean in the second round of last year's draft. So kind of seen the writing on the wall with that. And then James Bradberry not playing, you knew what was going to happen with that. But it was just good to see, man, that they finished this season out the way that they did because those guys got rings regardless if they played or participated. Darius Slay was also having a great season, but you can tell um, it was pretty much almost each game he was getting nicked up and he missed some time. So he kind of, and it's not to say neither because I did see was it John Clark? He said that it was a possibility that Darius Slay could come back on a cheaper deal. So depending on how Darius Slay feel about what he want to do now because he has a Super Bowl ring, maybe he wants to get his last hoorah check and go, play for somebody. I know he was talking about either Detroit or staying in Philly. So, and then the Ravens thing was the last year, so I don't think they really need corners now. But so we'll just monitor that situation, see what they do. But if neither one of those guys come back, I'm thinking you're elevating maybe a Keely Ringo. Isaiah Rogers is still out there. Do we sign him as well? I thought he was a pretty good fill in for Darius Slay when he would go out and things like that. Kind of got the bad end of the stick sometimes because he's just coming in to fill in. You ain't got you're not warmed up yet, so they going to attack your side and try to expose you a little bit. But we know Isaiah like that. Had some good plays in the Super Bowl as well, so um, I think we might try to retain him and maybe on a cheaper deal too. I don't know, man. We'll see because we're the only team that really well, we were the only team that took a flyer on him, and we wanted to see how he panned down. He did pretty well for us, so still a younger guy, uh, and I think he can play for us. So I'm so sorry about this, Mike, if it sounds crazy, but I still think he can do something for us. So we'll see how it go. But let me see, maybe it's like my fault. You. All right, that sounds better. My fault. But we'll see how it go, man. I don't particularly know what they're going to do. Like I said in the draft just yet, for the simple fact that they're still making these different moves. With free agency, and Miles Garrett has been the biggest thing. They said there's been some real talk at the NFL Combine about the Eagles really trying to make a move for him, and I'm thinking like I don't know if we really need him because I don't want to give up. I know there was talks about giving up young players and um, like three first round picks and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't think we need to give up three first round picks to get a 29-year-old player. I mean, I know he's very very good. Do not get me wrong. I'm not sitting there saying I don't want Miles Garrett, but I want Miles Garrett in a way where it don't kill us. Like I'm not trying to give up a Jalen Hunt. I'm not trying to give up a Smitty, AJ Brown. I done heard all these different players that are under contract, which I mean Miles is under contract still too, so that's why he getting traded. But I don't feel like the Browns have the leverage that they once had because the Super Bowl weekend, he's going around saying, how he likes the Eagles. He wants to play for a contender. Even before the season was out, they were saying that they had asked Miles Garrett, or Miles Garrett that went to the team and said, what are y'all plans for the future? Y'all trying to contend, or are we still going, keep spinning our wheels in the dirt? So and he pretty much got his answer. I mean, like I said, Deshaun Watson didn't pan out. He's been playing there for a little bit. And he did get a little bag from him, but it just hasn't panned out. And he said he wants to play for a contender, and he always spoke about playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. I know Howie has a good relationship with the GM up there. We have our joint practices up there with those guys where you see them sometimes getting pictures with, I ain't gonna say Howie's talking to the player, but you see the players talking to Miles Garrett and vice versa, whatever the case is. So it would be nice to have Miles Garrett. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because I feel like that and Zack Baun on top of, the offense is solidified. We got the offensive line tied up. We got, well, for the most part, because Cam Jurgens still got to get paid. And I need to talk about that too. But um, yeah, just having Miles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball is going to be that would be scary for any NFL team, man. I know we play some I guess elite teams, but I can't really call nobody elite when we holding the trophy in our hands. So um, we them guys for this moment in time, and we got to see, man. We got to see how it just pans out because I don't want to say nothing and then be like, totally off. But I do think if Milton Williams leaves, you got to go defensive tackle. Um, if Sweat leaves and they don't go get like a Miles Garrett or something like that, you got to go, and look for an edge corner now. Darrius Slay and James Bradberry's going, or do you elevate Eli Ricks and Keely Ringo, Isaiah Rodgers? You got a lot of different options that you can do. Then there's guys out there in free agency. So the guy from the Vikings, I can't remember these guys' names. So I didn't think I was going to talk about all of this, but there's some guys out there that they could possibly go out there and get. And I don't know, man. I just want. I know Howie. I can't say this. We won the Super Bowl. I just don't want Howie to overcorrect to the point of like where we get to a Bryce Huff situation because he's another contract that we have to get rid of, bro. Um, the man barely played this past season for us. Been nonchalant with the team, and it just like I seen a clip of him walking on the sideline during the Super Bowl. He just looked out of it. Like he didn't even want to be there. So there's no disrespect to him. He said he was, and he said this out. This is out of the horse's mouth that he chased the bag. So and I understand you want to get paid and things like that. But you gotta perform, man. You have to perform, and we really didn't get a chance to see that. Now maybe they still keep him this year, and try to work with him, get him right, and maybe he can do that. But until then, I'm not really. I don't know, man. So we'll see. But I only got a few minutes left with this video, so I don't want to hold it up. And I was going to say something else though. But with this move, though, yeah, with this move and with these different moves that how he's been doing for these last couple of seasons, paying players like AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, the offensive line. We know Jalen Carter's going to get paid when it's his time to come up. It shows the league actually a couple of things. Last year, the year before last, it was the running back market. Like, oh, the running back market, we don't need a running back to win the game, blah, blah, blah. Now you see Saquon Barkley running us to a Super Bowl and winning that joint, becoming the highest paid running back in the NFL. Now, this creates conflict for other teams. You see James Cook, he tweeted soon as the news dropped, he wants to get paid. Not Saquon money, but he wants to get paid. But it just creates a lot of chaos for the league as well. So, but it also shows players that if you come to Philadelphia and you do your job, we're going to figure out a way to pay you. So, um, that's just putting NFL and other teams on notice, man. Because you see with T Higgins getting tagged twice. I don't think I've even heard of that before of a player getting tagged twice of his caliber. So we'll see how it go, man. But if you want to come, if you don't want your GM dancing all in your pockets, you feel me? You don't want them all up in your business, not paying you, but having you doing maximum work for their team, letting you play on that rookie deal all the way out, and they tag you twice. Come to the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. You already know. It's not from the No Cuss Sports Podcast. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all be safe, man.